I'm going to make a ballsy call today using Ethereum price similar to how I did back in November of 2021. I don't do this often. The last time I did this, I called that Plan B stock to flow model will be broken and it ends this month, and I could only see it in Ethereum price and not in Bitcoin price. It was very strange. And if you want to go to that video, it all worked out exactly as I laid out in that video. I also made a prediction video on January 1st of this year. It has the thumbnail with the warning and electricity type of danger, that thumbnail on January 1st of 2023, saying the big bad days will allow a large bear market rally going up to about the area. I had two areas that went up to the higher area. And I mentioned after it pulls back a little bit and shows signs of weakness, that is when the SEC and their crony friends will have accumulated shorts already, and then we'll be preparing to release the news that they're coming after altcoins because they're almost all securities, unless they are monetary coins, which means they're not a business. They're not a business model, but almost all cryptos now are businesses. So Dash, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Monero, and Bitcoin are monetary coins. Those are not securities, but almost everything else is, right? So in that video, I mentioned you're going to be able to see it in price, and right now I'm starting to see it. It looks like the big bad cronies are getting ready to make a big short play on both Ethereum and altcoins. And again, I nailed it with this call back here using Ethereum. However, I would give you a heads up. There aren't enough signs in the chart to give me that level of confidence. I'm probably 60% as confident, but we're going to dive into the charts to show you when do I become a lot more confident and exactly what are we going to see in the charts. Are you ready? This will be a fun one. Let's go get some, well, not Bitcoin. Let's go get some Ethereum and some potential shorts. Let's go. Got the music chilled down. All right, so we got Ethereum price. I have a very beautiful channel on. And this, I'm gonna not distract you with the beautiful stuff. But you can go ahead, returning viewers, and hit like for this beautiful bear market channel. So as we can see here, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. This is the 8-hour chart. You are seeing the top of Ethereum price. Ethereum has stayed its entire life since its top and before its top in this channel. It just hit the top of the channel. What happened the last two times it hit the top of its channel? Well, here it went down to the bottom. Here it went down to the point of control. So if it comes down here and hits the point of control, that's 1122 bare minimum, right? So this is what we're looking at, and we're going to dive in a lot closer here. Okay, so that's not what I'm seeing, but I want to give you the context. Ethereum price, almost 100% of all traded Ethereum, even before its top, since it was 4,300, nearly 100%, like 99.9, has happened in this channel. So therefore, the channel will have rules, okay? And the rules will be stronger until the channel is broken. And you can see this is 770 days. Noted right here where I'm pointing. That is the length of time that Ethereum has traded almost 100% of every Ethereum on spot traded in this channel, okay? That is what we're dealing with. Okay, now let's zoom in. I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart. I'm going to put on the pretty stuff one more time. And if you want to learn how to build this, you can join Discord and I can show you how to do it. And you can jump on one of the Cryptillion or VIP calls and turn on your microphone, and we can share screens together, and you can share your screen and I can make sure you do it right. Right, and details of the community are in the description section of almost all of my videos. And since I'm already talking about my Discord, I can let you know that right now I am in some live shorts at the exact moment, and these are shorts that I took on precisely from my VIP alerts. So sometimes I make trades outside of my VIP alerts, right? But I've gotten in the habit of only giving trades. So this was the last punch. That was 2 trades ago, actually, and that was the last punch. And I give some alerts on ideas on how to short for my VIPs and the exact levels. But I don't baby people and say, put your stop exactly here and all that, right? These are the type of alerts I'm giving levels. And then when VIPs want to learn how to do that, they come on live on the live events and they ask me, okay, What are your strategies for entering these shorts? How far away should I place my stops? And how much equity should I put on the line? That is the nature of the VIP tiers when they jump on the live calls that we have. We have about 6 to 10 events a week. All right, so back to Ethereum price. Here we go. Check it out. Let's focus on this white line right here. Actually, let's take off price relative to the orange line. We're not going to go over what these are. Again, if you want to be able to make a beautiful chart like this, essentially a beautiful EMA fill, and something that works, then again, you can jump. It's only $10 a month. Join Cryptillion. You can join 1 month and come on, ask me questions, and then go from there, right? So concentrate on those two lines, orange and white. When white goes below, all right, that's what we're gonna. So we just had the cross back here. See that? And this is the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. This was the fake out led by Bitcoin, a baby bear trap. You see how that little ding-a-ling is right there? Okay, so that's a trap. And those happen to the upside as well. When price is red, look, traps are noted by a little PP up and a little PP down. Those are so bear trap, bull trap. Okay, these work. All right. Okay. But now so when you get those traps like that, you typically drop quickly. So you see how the white crosses below the orange? Now we'll put price back on. So you say, well, it should be the same thing, and it went down and blasted up, right? Okay, but yes, but price's relationship, even though the white line to the orange line, its relationship is the same, crossing down in a bearish sense. Now you have to look at price's relationship to those two. It went down in a hurry. It did not, so it was going from high, higher high, higher high, higher high, to straight down and straight back up. Hence a trap. Very different with when you add the third element, price's relationship to that cross. Okay? All right, let's take price back off. New viewers, if you're liking what you see, this is the time to go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell for all alerts so I can deliver time-sensitive information to you in a time-sensitive fashion. All right, so here we go. The cross happened up here. The cross was avoided here. Let's go check that out. So you know that the algos are looking at this. Watch. So you'll see price probably came down in this area, maybe only this low, in order to drag the white line closer. And then it got it's a little fake out that probably spiked above the top of the macro channel, right? But when you think of price, so I might blow your mind, new viewers. Maybe. For some of you willing to listen, and some of you who might be new enough where this is like, ooh, like a cool thought. Like, this is a cool thought. This blew my mind when I thought about it this way. So a lot of the things, a lot of the reasons behind what the algorithms do that trade Bitcoin and make it move, and Ethereum and make it move. So this is the Ethereum chart, but Ethereum just same algos. It's mostly based off of things that aren't price. So for example, when you take price off, you start to realize that the fake outs attempt to make certain EMAs cross, and right as they cross, that's the fake out and it blasts up, right? And so really price is just the string to the puppet, or you can consider it noise. And these are the puppets that are moving that your eyes should be looking at. And the string, in order to make the white almost cross, right? The string has to be pulled down. But this is the thing that you're actually worried about, because it never crossed. So this is how sophisticated algos, for example, or big money algos, trick other algos and retail traders. So the string becomes noise. All of this price is actually just noise, because what's really going on here is wanted to try to bring price down, scream it back up above here to add to shorts, okay? And then collect on your shorts. You see that? Okay, so they tugged price down with the string and take price off, that made this EMA cross, okay, or almost cross, get close to crossing to get people a lot more bearish. And then they rammed it up their faces, and then everybody was bullish, then slammed it back down. It's a double fake out. And you can see that price is really just the freaking noise. It's just noise, essentially. But here's the cross. Now that it did that, the fast movement, now price is going sideways and having some time. Now let's look at how price's relationship to this cross. It's now had time to put in some lower highs and lower lows and go sideways and accumulate. And then the cross happens. Zoom out. That wasn't a fake out. That got the real move, everybody. From the top. From the top. So go back here. Yes, this was an extremely tradable move over here. Like highly, highly tradable. But at the same rate, price went below. Oh, I thought I turned that off, sorry. Price, yes, this crossed, but price ended up going up from that. It wasn't like the end or anything like that, right? So, because price's relationship to that cross, it pulled it down too fast. The puppet string was like, it's like somebody on a fishing line going, whoa! Okay, that is when it's tradable to the downside, but really your bigger move is getting along from that. When price's relationship is more like a fisherman going, whoa! Instead of the nice slow going with it and falling down with it, right? So in fake outs, price is the string only, but when it consolidates and starts forming a downtrend and then you cross, that EMA cross becomes the force. It becomes a tidal force that keeps the string under it. So it's essentially a totally different concept. When price whips around that cross, you can envision price as noise and they are the strings. But when price creates a trend and the trend agrees with that cross with a little bit of consolidation, lacking volatility, then that cross becomes a tidal force that gets massive ass moves. So you can see that this is a massive freaking move. Go to here once again, the trend over here changed from down to up for an extended period of time. Okay, a month. Where did it go? Almost to the top of the trading channel. Came up a little shy, which is pretty weak. Probably should have hit the top. But now the trend slowly, without puppet string and noise, so you have a high, or you have a high, a low, a high, a lower low. So now you have a no trend, and then a lower high, which is confirmed here. Now you have a downtrend on the 4 hour. So, and then the cross agrees with the lack of volatility, and the trend agrees with that cross. It then price stops being the puppet string that moves, like essentially is pulling the EMAs, and now the EMAs pull price. You see that? And they're huge freaking moves. Huge moves. All right, that's the last 2 times it's happened in the last 2 years. Okay, now let's go here. So actually, no, let's go right here. So remember, the last time this cross, look, puppet string. See how fast price just like pulled the EMA down? Here, let's take off price so you can see this. See the white EMA? Price tugged it quickly, like a fisherman's line. Now put price back on, now you can see it. See that? Boom, it tugged it. Not the other way around. Plus you had essentially an uptrend. Like it didn't put in time in a downtrend. However, it did do a lower low and a lower. So it did technically have a downtrend, but price still tugged it. The volatility, right? There was too much volatility. Therefore, fisherman, boom. Well, like that's volatility too, right? In a line. The line gets volatile when the fisherman yanks on it to try to hook a fish. Okay, so now, do we have a lack of volatility and a downtrend? Yes. So going back to my theory, or my guess that might end up playing out here, all right? So referring back to my January 1st video, I released it on New Year's Day for everybody to check out if you want to refer back to it. You might just search on my channel prediction or something, 2023 prediction, it'll probably pop up. So in there, I thought price would go a little bit below the 15.5 low and then rally up to either 25, going just above 25K or hitting around 32K. And we got to the 32 area, 31 on the nose actually. And I said, that's the only two places price can attack. So we've already gotten 31K Bitcoin. And in Bitcoin price, it's not quite as obvious, but I'm telling you, Ethereum price is showing us that large money, and so the SEC people have friends, okay? They have friends, and human incentive creates corruption. I mean, even though capitalism is based on human incentive, you can never get rid of human incentive, which is why communism will never work. But now I'm getting on tangents. So human incentive means that the friends know for example, the news. So hypothetically, right? The news, the SEC already knows their plans on the exact date and their game plan for making a full-on scale attack for crypto. That date has been known for quite some time. I don't know when it is, but they know. People talk. They drink wine, get loose at dinners, all that kind of stuff. Or deliberately tell people so they can get suitcases full of cash, for example, potentially for insider tips. But in the event that is going to happen, you would see something like this in the chart lacking volatility so that slowly short positions can be built. That's how the price would look. As it gets closer and closer to the date, it's going to stay lifted up a little higher than really what it should be. And so it lacks volatility, and you get that cross at any moment. So it looks like potentially, right? So again, I'm not as confident as I was with the stock to flow model guess using Ethereum, but Ethereum is showing signs that the SEC / cronies and the crony friends of them, they are potentially creating this from a psychological price sense, because price is really a map of psychology, people. And this matches the psychology that would, the printed psychology, if that were the case. Now, can other psychologies and trading psychologies and mass psychologies create this price action too? Yes. It is not the only solution. So what I'm saying is, this matches what would happen if that were about to play out. It doesn't have to be exactly what it is, but it is the same shape. Because they don't want to just send it down now in advance. No, just keep adding to your shorts until some flood, and then the SEC news naturally will make it all go down. And it looks like, so if that is what's happening, that means we're getting close to the date, because the cross has already happened back here. And Bitcoin's at the bottom of a channel getting stuck under the weekly 10 EMA. Go to my previous 2 or 3 Bitcoin videos. I think this is all, and I don't know. I think altcoins are getting ready to get destroyed, people. And so if they're shorting Ethereum, building shorts, what do you think they're doing with other shit coins? Atom, Matic, Mana, Cardano. Like, if that is what's happening, they're going to lose like 70-80% of their value from current price. And for some of them that are really strong, that would be a higher macro low. I think Matic is so strong that a 65% drawdown still would be a higher low. But still, I mean, if this is about ready to happen, they're going to lose from current price 60 to 80% between now and February 2024, if that's what's happening. But I want you to be prepared, and you heard it here both first on January 1st, and you heard it here second. So this is essentially a follow-up to that prediction video. I'm seeing signs of it in the charts. Be careful. Be careful. A lot of people out there trying to sell you their altcoins and saying it's bullish. And those people are talking about specific altcoins because they're holding them and they have a viewership that follows them, and they're selling them to you. Be careful. Be careful, please. Even if you totally disagree with this, just realize that this is potentially on the horizon. Accept the fact that there is some non-0% chance. It's at least for example, it's 0.1% possible, at least in the back of your mind. And there's no one out there who's making you aware of that small possibility. In my opinion, I think it's more like a 30 to 40% chance that's exactly what's happening. I don't think it's likely or probable, but I think it's a strong strong possibility, and it's exactly what I predicted on January 1st. Get out of here.